Cody Mitchell and Connor Holiday from the road. We're here. March Madness is here. Our brackets are here. How fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's the best time of year, man. How are you? How's life out in Georgia right now?
I mean, it's a little weird because this is the first time in 4 years that you and I aren't watching the bracket be revealed together.
Mm.
Um, it's a little weird that I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to it as much, but still gonna enjoy every minute of it.
As much as you can. I totally get it. Again, you're making a lot of money, so I understand. We understand.
Oh yeah, breaks. I'm gonna be on my phone. I might have to bring a mobile charger on Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or for all the days. But
People are saying, though, coincidence, we have gotten the most views we've ever gotten the last month. Is that because Connor is away?
I mean, you've been doing how solo episodes for last 3 weeks. I feel like.
Yeah, but I did something we never done before, which I've wanted to do, but since I figured out the YouTube thing finally and have decent internet, was the previews to all the conference tournaments. And we did really, those got decent amount of listens, downloads, and we did I actually made a shit ton of money on them. And of course, some of the ones I didn't fucking end up betting that I gave out fucking hit. Like Penn won the Ivy today. That was my only bet in the Ivy.
That was a wild game.
Yeah. Congratulations to Fran McCaffrey. But today, what we're going to do today is we are going to each do our own bracket. We're going to go round by round, game by game together. And then Wednesday, right, we're going to give out picks and preview for Thursday and Friday. And then also that day will be all the futures, the Final Four bets, the Elite Eight bets, Sweet 16 bets. Every single one you got and you want to give out, give out. Don't worry about the value or anything like that. Just give them all out. Don't worry about the ones we've already placed because we've kind of already talked about them. But basically the new ones are shit like that. Because obviously we both already have Florida ones. We got NC State ones we can rip up. And
I mean, all of my futures are natty. I don't have really any Final Four futures or anything like that, but
yeah. I mean, we'll give them all out on the show on Wednesday. But today, just doing the brackets. So we're going to jump right into it. I have not done a bracket yet. So this is just completely off the cuff. Also Wednesday, I should say, we will give out our Final Four champion or national championship and champion because I'm assuming there's a chance it might change. But let's get into it. First game, Duke Siena. Congratulations to Jerry McNamara and the Saints. He should be the new head coach of Syracuse. If you don't know Jerry McNamara, he was the running mate to Carmelo Anthony on the national title team. So cool to see him get back to the dance. Unfortunately, you draw Duke. I have Duke advancing to the next round.
Same. No shocker here.
I will say, Duke is 100% vulnerable right now. With Caleb Foster being out for the season, all 3 games they played in the ACC tournament, they looked okay against Clemson. I don't think Clemson's very good. They don't look good. They look bad. And they're definitely not the juggernaut because that's the only future I don't I have a lot of them covered at the top and got them at pretty good value. I don't have anything on Duke, so Duke could just completely fuck all of my futures up.
Yeah. They're in this region. I only really have one future, and I don't even really know how confident I am in it. It's Kansas.
Yeah, I got the Kansas.
Which, I mean, that's all over the place, but
let's do Connor's team here. Ohio State and TCU. Fun little matchup here. Ohio State looked really good in the Big Ten tournament, man. They looked really good. I thought they were going to pick off Michigan.
Not to sell myself out for work, but Like I was watching that Michigan game. I thought we had a shot, dude. I
I did too.
really did.
That Iowa game, man, they tried to choke it away at the end, which thankfully,
Oh God, when I saw that last shot go up, like where the weird ball movement goes around and all of a sudden he's running back for the three, I'm like, that's going in.
yeah, the shot before that was like, what the fuck was that guy even
Oh
doing?
God.
I was like, great look. God, that kid, he played at Kansas State last year. I can't remember his name, but it wasn't even fucking close. Here though, I like Jamie Dixon in the tournament a lot, but Bruce Thornton's been waiting for this moment. He's finally getting it. I have Ohio State advancing to the second round. What say you?
I have to. I have to give it to Ohio State.
There you go,
Like
buddy.
I mean I haven't really I know you kind of believed in TCU. I'm still like kind of all over the place with them, so I just Bruce kind of pushes us over the edge, and God feed me Duke.
I like the draw.
Don't you try to talk
I
me into this.
love Ohio State's draw. I just want
Don't
to.
try to talk into
I just
this.
want to say I love Ohio State's draw. I
I
might.
hate you.
I
I hate you.
will be betting a Sweet 16 thing on them. That will be placed.
I, I
St.
hate you.
John's in northern Iowa, Ben Jacobson and the Panthers win the Missouri Valley. Fuck them. I faded them about every goddamn game in that tournament, and they just fucked me over left and right. I didn't in the championship. There's another team we'll talk about later that I have some beef with, and I went down. I literally texted Jay, well, it's Prairie View A&M. I'll just tell you now. I bet against them the first two games in the tournament, the third game in the tournament, and then the final, I literally texted him, and I was like, dude, they fucked me every week, but I'm going down fucking swinging. Give me some. And Prairie View fucking blew them out. I'm like, motherfucker. That was the 8 seed. But anyways, St. John's got absolutely screwed as a 5 seed, winners of the Big East tournament. Absolutely gypped. But
Absolutely screwed.
one thing about Northern Iowa, athleticism not the strong suit. A very Caucasian group of humans, a basketball team. I have the Johnnies advancing on to the second round.
Same here.
Now we have the 4 seed Kansas playing 13 Cal Baptist, the Lancers. First time in the NCAA tournament. I think they've only been around for 10 years, something like that. Croy was with them when they were Division II. He's now with them this level. Tell you one thing about Cal Baptist. Dominic Daniels is one of the best 20 scorers in the country. He's a 20-point game guy. He's an undersized guard. Here's the thing. If they're going to win, it's going to be very reminiscent of the Teddy Allen game against Mexico. If he goes nuclear and there's a tough shooting night for Kansas, Cal Baptist 100% can get them. And to be honest, I have the winner of this game out in the next round anyway, so I will go with the Lancers, Cal Baptist, to advance to the second round and upset Kansas, and I can rip my future up. So that will be my first. I don't have a ton of upsets, but that is one that I actually do like.
I have Kansas advancing. Granted, this like we're not giving bets out on this, but probably gonna have a bet or on them on Cal Baptist to cover. But yeah, I think Kansas gets the advancement right now.
Yeah, I mean, I will be definitely on them to cover. The big thing is, if it wasn't for, I think St. John's wins the next game, I probably wouldn't go here.
Yes.
But, so it's not going to hurt me very much, and maybe I can catch something here. But, yeah, I have the Lancers going on to the next round here. 6 seed Louisville is taking on Brian Hodgson and USF, the winners of the AAC tournament. And I also have an upset here. I have the Bulls going to the next round. Hodgson's a Nate Oates guy. that actually will allow his guys not to only shoot threes and layups. They actually do play defense, and they have a bunch of freak athletes. And I have not been a fan of Louisville all season long, and I'm not stopping now. I think they get upset here in the first round. As good of a coach as Pat Kelsey is, struggles in the first round, or has struggled in the tournament itself anyway. So I have South Florida going into the second round.
So I was gonna have this as an upset, but then it kind of feels like it's gonna be one of the trendy ones.
It will be. I was going to say that.
So that's kind of why I went against it and had Louisville winning.
No, I 100% get it because that will be. It'll be one that.
There is another trendy upset out there that I do have, but this one was just a little bit too trendy. I thought, granted, probably gonna end up betting USF to cover.
Yeah, line 6.5, so we'll see. It already came down a half or a 1 point open at 7.5, so we'll keep our eyes on that one. 3-14 Izzo and Michigan State versus the Bison of North Dakota State. I've not been impressed with Michigan State. I'm surprised they're a 3 seed, but I do think they get to the next round here. So I have them advancing. You as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured that fucking UCLA game drove me fucking insane. I cannot believe they fucking lost that.
Yeah, that was one that I couldn't stay up to watch, but when I woke up and saw it, I was surprised.
In the 7-10 matchup, UCLA and UCF, I do like the way UCLA is playing down the stretch, and I don't like the way UCF is played down the stretch. And Cronin, for all the bitching and moaning he does do, he's made it to a Final Four as an 11 seed. I think he does well as a dog here. I have UCLA advancing over UCF.
I have UCLA. Honestly, this was a team that I never fully gave, or I never gave enough credit. Like, I always kind of thought that they were just a team in the Big Ten. No, they're actually pretty good, and I never gave them enough credit. This one was tough, though, because, like, I feel like both these teams are in the same spot in their respective conferences. Like, UCF has kind of been under the radar. UCLA has been under the radar. So I think this is a cool matchup, but I think UCLA gets the nod.
Yeah, the thing is, too, is it's hard to judge them because those West Coast teams struggle so much when they go out east. Like, you put them in that tournament setting, they were able to win a couple games just because there's no travel disadvantage. So I think UCLA is a little better than most people give credit for, but yeah, the travel stuff for them is a little tough here. But I agree. I have them advancing here. UConn Furman, I have UConn advancing. Sorry, Bob Ritchie. You will be at a Power 5 school here soon. I'm taking it. You got UConn.
Yes.
All right, let's move down to the south. Florida and those fucking Prairie View A&M Panthers and Lehigh, whoever wins that game, I have Florida advancing.
Let's go Gators.
Yeah, it's Gator time. This one's a fun one. Iowa Clemson.
Yes.
I wonder where the line is for this game.
Oh, God, I thought I saw it, and I think it's only like a 3-point spread or something like that.
We have it at Iowa minus 2.5. So things be close.
I gotta go with Iowa. Like, Clemson for a while there was trending really, really down to the point where I was wondering if they were even going to make the tournament.
Mm.
But I can't get over how much I like Sturts.
Same. Great career. Brunell did this a couple years ago, and he was, everybody called them like a joke of a 6 seed, I think they were, and they ended up going to the Elite Eight. So I'm going to advance Clemson.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember being against them. I'm going to advance Clemson. I don't really care too much if it's this one could go either way. The thing is, it's the 8-9 who I don't know is going to win the next game, so it's not like it's going to be the end of the world. Vanderbilt McNeese. McNeese is back for the third straight year. Billy Armstrong did a really good job of this team. I think he's a Baylor guy. Maybe that's another guy Scott Drew missed. Don't quote me on that. But and Vanderbilt just God, if you're Florida, when you saw his bracket come out, you got to be like, holy shit, fucking Vanderbilt right there. They beat the piss out of Florida the other day.
Yeah, that was very eye-opening. Like, because I know you need to stop crowning people because it just comes to bite us in the ass. You kept crowning Ohio State as the national
Yeah, you're not
championship
wrong.
champion. So fuck you for that. You've been like, oh, could Florida win it all? Are they the best team? And look at them now. You need to quit it.
Yeah,
Um,
the matchup, honestly, I should have saw coming more than anything, just because the guards are the real strong suit for Vanderbilt, and if Florida has a bad
I
guard
can't
game,
get Vanderbilt right though.
yeah, same here. But I will take them here in the 5-12 matchup. This will probably be another trendy one with McNeese. I don't know if this was the one you're talking about, but I think the combo is good.
I did get Vanderbilt right today, and I bet Arkansas,
Yeah, that was a
which
good
I
one.
still don't understand why Arkansas was dogs to them.
Yeah, that's what I said
But
too. I was like, that's just got to be an overreaction to what happened
it
today.
hasn't been like a little bit of an overreaction in like a cup in that. Granted, me and the guys were watching the end of that Ole Miss Arkansas game, and I was rooting for Ole Miss to win, even though like under the radar love Arkansas, like wanted Ole Miss to pull it off, and like I was trying to explain to the guys like this is the give and take that you have with AJ Stores. Sometimes he makes some amazing plays, and then some that it's just like, what the fuck are
I
you
know
doing?
you fucking were like trying to talk yourself into Ole Miss, and I'm like, don't do it. And of course they go on a fucking run. But
But
unfortunately, there was like
in the
no hedge. You couldn't have hedged anywhere just because they were dogs in every game, like by
mm-hmm.
10. But still,
And like I was trying to explain to the guys, like me and my buddy Cody, we made a lot of money off of Ole Miss this season, and they're like, "How the record shit?" And I'm like, "They didn't win games, but they covered a lot."
that's all that matters. Who do you got here? Vandy McNeese.
So I wanted to go with McNeese, but I kind of give the edge to Vanderbilt. But maybe this is me being wrong about Vanderbilt, and McNeese gets ahead.
Yeah. 4-13 Nebraska Troy. I'm gonna go with Scott Cross in the Troy Trojans to upset Nebraska. I think
No,
Nebraska's been playing terrible down the stretch, and I think they're a little fool's gold. Troy is athletic. They were a trendy pick last year, and this is the year after the year. So I don't know why he got fired at UT Arlington, but he's a damn good basketball coach. I think they jump Nebraska, and I think Nebraska has to wait again to get their first ever NCAA tournament win.
I can't do it to them, dude. This is like I know they were talking in like the Big Ten champion or Big Ten tournament, talking about like the best Nebraska team that like this Nebraska team matched like the wins of that team, and like that team got bounced in the first round. This team has to do it. They have to get one fucking win. Just one win. I don't know if they win the next round, but they have to win now. So I'm going with Nebraska. Getting their first win in tournament history in 2026. Fucking wild to think about.
Okay, let's move on. We got VCU, the A10 champions today. I ate fucking shit on that one. Versus North Carolina. This one I went back and forth on a lot because I still really don't have a great answer for you because I feel like when North Carolina plays really well and they play their A game, they're actually still really good even without Caleb Wilson. But so this line is 2.5. North Carolina's favored. I'm going to go with North Carolina. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't love it. But to be honest with you, either way, I probably am going to have them losing next game anyway. So I don't. It's not the end of the world, whoever I pick here.
All right, time for the trendy upset. Give me the Rams, dude. Like, I don't want to think so much with the injury, but it's just like UNC has not looked as good without what's oh
Caleb
my
Wilson.
God, Wilson. Yes, Caleb Wilson. So the school has a history of doing this. It's got to happen. Give me VCU.
I will say Phil Martelli Jr., the old, I think it's his dad. Yeah, his dad was the St. Joe's coach when they had Delonte West and Jameer Nelson that went undefeated in the regular season. He's going to be at a big time school here soon, so it wouldn't shock me either way. Whatever happens in this one. Illinois versus Penn, 314. I have Illinois.
It is funny that like Frank McCaffrey's first matchup with his new team in the tournament is going to be a Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Like, I almost wanted to look up what's his record against Illinois.
I will say, Brad Underwood is kind of dog shit in March and somehow is escaping the, like, Brad Underwood in March stuff. Like, I don't. Like,
and it
he somehow
hasn't been
dodges
trending right. It like Illinois like was looking so good, and now they're slowly starting to trend down. And like I don't know what it is that they cannot close out games with a lead.
It's because they can't play fucking defense. I'm telling you right now, I had all the intentions of not having them in my Sweet 16 because of like Underwood sucks. They can't fucking defend anybody. But unfortunately, I didn't like who the 6 and 11 was, so I probably will have them in the Sweet 16. But it would not shock me if Penn beats them. It would not by any means. Just because like they are so upsettable, just the style they play. But I think they
and especially if Penn plays like they were playing in that Yale game where what was it, Powers dropped 40 something.
I don't know if people remember TJ Power, Duke commit, and he played at Virginia too. So he's very rarely do you see like a top 20 recruit end up getting into an Ivy League, but he did it. That kid can play. Trying to see last year, Fran. They only played once and they lost. But I'm not going back. He coached for 100 fucking years, so.
But also, like, Illinois' team is totally different from what they were last year.
Yeah, and even stylistically. So I'm assuming you have Illinois advancing here.
Yeah, I got Illinois advancing.
All right, St. Mary's, Texas A&M. I
feel like we've had this matchup in the past.
It does feel like that. I'll tell you what.
I don't know why.
I know Ray. Like you're so on it with Randy Bennett. Just never. We know they're not going to go far, but I think they get this one because A&M is terrible. They should not be in the tournament by any means.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I've been on this Randy Bennett thing in the tournament, and give me the Aggies.
It's fair, but I like him to at least get this one. Houston versus Idaho. Congratulations to the Vandals and Alex Pribble, but have fun with Houston. Houston advances here.
Yep.
Tell you what, though, I'm not like just. I don't know. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real interesting when we get down to this bracket because, like I said, I have not touched this thing yet. So we're gonna see here because Houston's got a little, weirdly enough, a little West Virginia in them where they just forget how to score for 10 minutes, and then they'll turn it on, and then you're like, oh my god, it's the best team in the country. So
yes.
Arizona versus Long Island and Rod Strickland. former NBA great. Congrats on making the tournament. Arizona advances.
Goes Arizona. As much as I love the Long Island Sharks, go Arizona.
Yeah, that's like kind of been a thing for a while, and I'm finally glad that people catch up or like caught up to it. Yeah, they're a fun team. Like Malachi Davis is like a legit scorer that never left. So I don't know if the Mafia is like feeding him NIL money, and that's why he stayed at LIU. But like that dude could have played at a Power 5 level for sure. Maybe not like a starter, but he could have gotten some significant minutes on a good team. But he's a dog, but they're not beating Arizona. This one's fun. Villanova and Utah State. The Mountain West in March. Only got one team in, which is a fucking travesty. There's 4 teams in the Mountain West that are better than some of these fucking at-large teams that got in. I have Utah State advancing here. I'm going to go with Calhoun. Not a giant fan of Kevin Willard still. I know he had a really good season in Philly here, but I there's something about Villanova I just never bought into all year. So I'm going to take Utah State. And Jared Calhoun has kind of at least won some games in March for Utah State. He's about the only Mountain West coach besides Brian Dutcher in San Diego State to do so. So I'm advancing Utah State.
I'm going with Nova. It's been so long since we've had even. When was the last time they were even in the Big Dance?
They did not make it the 3 years of Neptune. So it's been 3 years since that Final Four run.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So it's about time Villanova gets back into the tournament and gets on the winning side.
I have a prediction for you. They get back in the tournament on the winning side for a round.
Yes.
Talk about your trendy upsets you're talking about. This is going to be one. Wisconsin and High Point. High Point just won the Big South. They have a $2 million roster. I bet people probably don't know that. They have more money, more NIL money, the entire Big South combined. Could this be a year after the year? I know Huss is gone, but Klayman came in and did a really good job with the team. I don't have it. I like Wisconsin. I don't think they're not. I think they could get upset here. This could be a spot here, but I like Nick Boyd, and I trust Nick Boyd to get this one done here and advance the Badgers.
Yeah, I'm with Wisconsin. I thought, dude, we were so close.
Oh, I know.
To having that Wisconsin Big Ten championship, man.
And we could have hedged. Like the line would have been close. There would have been a hedge spot. So.
Yeah. So, I hate what Wisconsin got seeded because, like, with how they started trending in the right direction at the right time, I thought it would move them to a better seed. I hate that they're the 5. I'd rather have them have like a later shot at Arizona or whatever. But yeah, I have them advancing.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I like the 5 seeds better than the 4 seeds. I like Arkansas though. But a lot of the 4 seeds.
Yeah, so far I have like a lot of the 5 seeds advancing over 4s.
Which is scary because that is the trend. That is like an upset spot is the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Typically. Arkansas, Hawaii. Arkansas is going to win this game, I'm telling you right now, by 30. So I don't know if I want to see the line. It's 15.5. I will lay all that 15.5. They're going to blitz Hawaii. Hawaii is for being Hawaii, they're the most unathletic white team I've ever seen in my life, and they're not good. I do not know how they keep winning games. Congratulations to them for making the tournament. It's awesome. It's cool to see Hawaii here. They're going to get fucking murdered. I have Arkansas.
Yeah, I have Arkansas too.
I'm pretty sure, it is March, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing about St. Peter's in Kentucky. And Calipari fucked me there, so we'll see. Number 6, BYU playing the winner of Texas NC State. Do you have an NC State Texas pick here? I'm going to go with Will Wade and NC State in that one. Not because I have the future, but
Yeah, I'm going with NC State. Like, I know things haven't been as great for them, but I like you more than anything would talk me into Texas at times.
Texas is dead to me.
Yeah, so go Wolfpack.
Um,
Like but I have BYU advancing, honestly, no matter who the team is. I don't know like who would really be that much of a better matchup for against BYU, but I feel like if it's NC State, they're gonna give BYU more of a test than Texas.
yeah, I think I would agree with that too. But I also, you still have, I know Richie Saunders is hurt, but you still have Rob Wright and you still have AJ DeBanza. So I have BYU as well. Kennesaw State and Gonzaga. Congrats to Kennesaw. What a fucking year they had winning CUSA. I cannot believe Liberty did not win this tournament. They got fucked up by Missouri State in the first round. But a lot of the, just for the casuals out there, not a lot of one seeds came out of the conference tournaments. Not a lot of one seeds at all. They're going against Gonzaga. So Braden Huff is done. He is not playing in the tournament. Apparently we got, what's the fucking, the guy played 400 years for Utah, quarterback. Cam Rising.
Cam Rising.
They Cam Rising us. He was never coming back. So Gonzaga will be without him, but Kennesaw, I think, can be frisky in this game because they are athletic shit. But I have the Bulldogs advancing to the next round.
Shout out to Kennesaw State, one of the schools that we passed on our drive down here. Granted, I don't know if it was their main campus or if it was. We're honestly right by Turner Field and Georgia State's football field, but also like Georgia Tech's like on the other side. Like we're in a weird spot of Georgia, but shout out to the Owls, but they're gonna get boat raced.
I might take them with the points, but I think Gonzaga advances here. Miami, Missouri. I'm going with Jay Lucas.
This is a close. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going with Jay Lucas and the Hurricanes. I have not bought into Missouri all season long, and I've jumped. I know they look terrible against Virginia, terrible because I bet on them, but I like Miami. I think they're the better team, and I think Missouri's a little bit fraudulent.
Yeah, I am going with Miami. Who the fuck did I bet against Missouri?
You bet against or on?
Who did Missouri play in the in the SEC
Kentucky
tournament? Oh, that's right. I bet Kentucky, but Missouri covered. Never mind. But yeah, go Miami. Like team that's starting to get hotter and hotter at the right time. Well, except they did, like you said, against Virginia was meh. But I mean, they looked very impressive against Louisville, right?
Yeah, they looked really good. I had them to win that game, and they.
I couldn't remember if it was Louisville or NC State that they played, but
Queens, welcome to the NCAA tournament. They've only been, I think, a team in Division I for not maybe 5 years. Shitty thing is, this is their only appearance ever in the NCAA tournament because they are merging with Elon. Colleges are merging. I've never heard of that before. This was announced like early last year.
Then there's some northeastern schools that need to start doing this shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know if like the names.
I mean, like, hey, like BC, Pitt, start making teams together.
Well, the problem is one's in Pennsylvania and one's in Massachusetts.
I don't care. Make it fucking work.
Queens is super athletic, and I think Grant Leonard's a really good coach. I probably am going to be on the points with Queens, but Purdue is
Yes.
not going to lose.
No, like I think we've talked about it, and like I kind of like the fact that Purdue won the Big Ten championship. But yes, I will be betting Queens to cover, hoping for the money line, but Purdue probably advances.
Yeah, I bet Purdue today. Last night I got it 7.5. I didn't think they were going to win the game outright and dominate it, but they're Braden Smith is about to be the all-time assist leader in college basketball. Good to him.
I still don't believe in them.
There's something about him I don't believe in either. So, because when Purdue's like we saw awesome Purdue, like why they were the preseason favorite. But when you see
Yes.
bad Purdue, it's bad and it is ugly. They're definitely upset. Like that, they could win that game by 30 against Queens, and I'll still say the same thing. Like I will sprinkle the money line on Queens every time, even if they get
Yes.
killed. To the Midwest, Michigan playing the winner of UMBC and Howard. UMBC, I don't think you're going to do it again. I don't even think you're going to beat Howard. Howard's actually going to be a play of mine most likely. So I have Michigan advancing here. I'm assuming you do as well.
Sorry, man. I have UMBC beating Howard. But unfortunately, I don't have them beat Michigan. Granted, I would love nothing more in this world than to watch my rival lose to a 1 seed.
Yeah.
But I have Michigan. I have Michigan advancing, no matter who the hell they play.
Georgia St. Louis. Interested to see what a line is on this one.
I think it was like I want to say it was Georgia like 3.5.
So
Maybe.
that's probably about right. I don't know what to do here. I don't love Georgia, but I don't love St. Louis. It's 2.5. St. Louis is they're 4-4 in their last 8 games. It's been tough sledding down the stretch here for SLU. But I will take them. I will take the Billikens to advance here just because I'm not a giant fan of Georgia. But this is another one that can go either. The 8-9 games are actually really fun. They did a good job on that one.
Yeah,
What's
I have Georgia winning. Maybe that's just out of respect of some of the guys that I've been working with that have the Georgia Bulldog sticker on their helmet. But
Oh, yeah, and you're in the state of Georgia, so I get it. Gun to his head.
granted, Athens is pretty. It's still a far drive away, but
To the 5-12, Texas Tech and Akron. I really want to take Akron. I do, but I'm still scared of Texas Tech because, like we said, this could be one where I think this is another one where you might end up betting the money line, and we'll do the picks. Like, picks are – I guarantee you when we go and do the pick show, I will contradict my own shit.
We do it every fucking year.
Yeah, like the picks could be completely different. I probably will end up betting a little bit. It's only 7.5.
Oh, really? It even dropped. It was when I saw lines. It was at 8.5.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what it is. It opened at 8.5 and is now down to 7.5. You can still get 8.5 if you're looking for it. I mean, Tavari Johnson, him versus Christian Anderson is going to be awesome. The Mahaffey brothers. Did you forget about Evan Mahaffey?
Oh my God. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's on Akron.
Huh.
Him and his brother. Eric never played at Ohio State, but he did. I'm going to go with Tech. Wouldn't shock me if Akron wins. Picks might be different, obviously, because there's spreads involved and money line and crap like that, but I'm going to advance Tech here.
Talk about a team that was just destroyed by one injury. If Toppin's playing, dude, to have the potential matchup with Michigan,
oh yeah,
I'd probably be taking Texas Tech, but
Texas Tech
even
without. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna have Texas Tech, advancing for the first round, but dude, it sucks. I really wish the Toppin was playing.
Even without Toppin, I think with Toppin, they're pretty much upset proof. Without him, I still think they can make a Final Four, but I also can think they can lose to Akron because of just
Mm-hmm.
the shooting
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like, I don't think they can win a national title. I don't, but
Not without Toppin.
no. Hofstra in Alabama, Speedy Claxton in the Pride, won the CAA.
Oh, I was about to say, isn't this Oates going up against his old team? It's Buffalo, not
Yeah,
Hofstra. I don't know why I usually get Hofstra and Buffalo mixed up, but
it's gonna be a fun.
yeah, I have.
It's gonna be a weird game
Go ahead.
because of the styles. Alabama is going to obviously plays at what? They're the fourth highest tempo. I knew they had to be in the top 10, and then
And 102nd in defense, probably.
defensively they are 67, which for a power
Okay.
5 school is like literally accurately like 190th. Because like Illinois is 28, but it's because the competition and the styles they play. The analytics on defense, I don't buy. I watch the fucking games. Tell me Illinois is the 28th best defense. Watch the fucking game. I ain't a shit. I could drop 25 on them. I have Hofstra advancing here. Fuck Nate Oates and his stupid ass style. Hofstra slows that shit down. Cruz Davis is the best player. I'm going to say right now, Philon's going to be a better pro, obviously. But Cruz Davis is going to be on a P5 school next year. He's the best player in the game. So give me the Pride to advance on here. Again, another scenario
God damn.
where I would have the winner of this one losing the next round anyway. So
Nothing you hate in the tournament more than just having Alabama out early.
yep, it's my favorite thing to do. I've been right every year but one, so I'm fine with it.
So I have Alabama advancing. We'll see what happens in the next round. But
So our buddy, JR texted me after the bracket came out. He's like, we're on Hofstra, right? I'm like, yeah, we're on Hofstra. We're betting Hofstra, but we're betting it knowing we could lose by 30.
exactly.
Like, we're probably winning this outright or losing by 30. I would be shocked if Hofstra lost by 7. That would be the equation I would see the least, the scenario playing out. They win outright or they lose by 30 is probably the scenario that happens in my mind. Tennessee versus Miami, Ohio, and SMU. Have you seen a line for SMU, Miami?
I saw 9 and 8.5.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like I'm gonna have SMU advancing,
Same.
but probably gonna be betting Miami.
Yeah, I thought it was too many.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I guarantee you, Miami is gonna buy a shitload of those tickets. Like Oxford's not too far away from Dayton.
No.
Like I feel like they're gonna make that game as close to a home court advantage as they possibly can.
100%. Either way, I
But
have
have
whoever
as
wins. Whoever winning this game, I have them losing to Tennessee. So to me, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yes, I have Tennessee advancing.
Wright State and Virginia, the 3-14 spot. I do like Clint Sargent as a coach, and I think the Raiders overachieved here, but I do like the Who's and Ryan Odom to advance on.
Yeah, I think Virginia gets the win.
Okay. Kentucky versus Santa Clara.
I have a feeling I know where you're going to be, and I'm probably going to be on the opposite.
I have Santa Clara advancing. I have just not. I'm done with Kentucky. I'm done with Pope. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's good enough to coach at Kentucky. And this team has just underachieved all season long. I mean, Herb Sendek has coached in March a bunch when he was at NC State. He's been around the block a million times. Santa Clara finally gets in here. I think they're going to pack. I mean, they're not going to out fan Kentucky, but they can at least make it close. I like Santa Clara.
Yeah, I got Kentucky. Like I
Um,
knew that you and I were going to be on opposite sides of this one, but yeah,
that's
I
okay.
think Kentucky can do it.
Iowa State versus Tennessee State. Nolan Smith. Congratulations to him. If you don't know who Nolan Smith was, he was the 2 guard on that 2010 Duke national title team with John Shire, Kyle Singler, Ryan Kelly, the Plumlee brothers. Do you remember Nolan Smith? He's a 2
I
guard.
think I do.
Yeah, you definitely would. But you want to hear something wild? Their starting point guard, Dante Harris, who, if you don't watch the OVC, he's probably the best point guard in that conference. He won the Big East Tournament MVP when Patrick Ewing in Georgetown shocked the world and won that Big East Tournament and got into to the big dance. He was the starting point guard, and he won Big East Player of the tournament, and now he's on the 15 seed Tennessee State. Like, isn't that's just wild to say.
Yeah, that is
But
crazy.
have fun going up against Tavian Lipsey because Iowa State's advancing.
Yes.
All right, now go to the second round. Now the R's are going to be different, so we can critique each other's too. But we do have the same one right off the rip. Duke and Ohio State. I want to do it, but I'm not. Give me Duke to advance. I'm telling you, I think Duke is vulnerable because no point guard, no Caleb Foster, and you're going up against Bruce Thornton. Like, the only thing is, like, who the fuck is guarding Boozer?
Yeah, I have no fucking idea. I have a feeling they'll try to do Tilly, and Tilly's just gonna get fucking worked by Boozer.
God, Ohio State is literally just like one solid. Like, Tilly's not terrible, but like if you had like a legit big that could defend and stuff
I
like that.
mean, I wonder how like Boozer's really not. He's only what 6'9" or 6'10".
9-10, yeah.
Like I wonder if my biggest worry is because it happened in it was I think it was the Michigan game. But I wonder if Bynum could kind of do it because he's got a little bit of athleticism to him, even though there's times he's a little bit of a baby reindeer, he doesn't know how to control his emotions and shit like that. But
That's
there's
such
part
a
of me that
good.
wonders
It's literally such a good comparison because that's what I see every time I watch them play.
but I like him.
Same.
I think he's gonna be a guy kind of like Bruce that's been here for 4 years or something like that. Unless he blows up one off season or something
He's
like
just
that.
very raw.
But exactly. But maybe he could cause a little bit of matchup with Boozer. But I have no idea. I have Duke advancing as much as I want Ohio State to win. It's probably Duke.
For me, I have St. John's and Cal Baptist. Great run. Got the first NCAA tournament win over Kansas. But I have Rick Pitino advancing to the Sweet 16. For you, you have Kansas and St. John's, which probably will
Yeah,
actually be the matchup.
Yeah, I have St. John's though pulling the upset, even though I don't really think it's that much of an upset. I think with the physicality that St. John's is able to play with, it's gonna cause problems for the Kansas guards, and I think Zuby's got a chance that he can just work Kansas. So I have St. John's advancing.
So for me, I have the 11-seeded South Florida versus Michigan State. Contrast in styles here. Our team plays fast versus Izzo, likes to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to go with the Spartans. But again, another team I might need to be betting on to make the Sweet 16 might be USF. You have Louisville and Michigan State.
Yeah, I have Michigan State advancing. I like. I know you've kind of given up on Louisville, but I still like them. But then, as balanced as Michigan State is, and the amount of experience that they have, and the coaching advantage that they have, it's hard to ignore it and not advance them.
100%. You saw UConn. I don't remember what nerd was that. It's probably Seth Davis, that fucking loser. Guarantee it was him. I think he had UCLA upsetting UConn in his bracket. That dude fucking sucks. I don't know. I fucking hate Seth Davis. I can't stand that motherfucker.
Everyone seems to do it.
Okay, so I'm not alone. Clark Kellogg,
No, I think they're sticking. They were sticking him on like the Big Ten Network.
So maybe that's why. He sucks.
I don't know.
Clark Kellogg is the greatest fucking guy, like, person. He might be, like, I love, you know how much I love Collinsworth, but, dude, I love Kellogg.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good for the show and all that stuff. But, yeah, he had UCLA advancing. I'm not freaking out because UConn got blitzed by St. John's. That was such a, like, revenge. Like, hey, we played, like, absolute shit last time we played UConn. Like, Patino had the boys fired up. I still think UConn's the better team, and they still have Dan Hurley.
And we saw a lot of the same thing in the this last matchup as we did in the first matchup, that they just kept putting the ball in to Zuby, and UConn had no answer.
And they just no shots were falling either for UConn. I'm not freaking out about UConn.
Yeah, exactly. I have UConn advancing over UCLA.
Yeah, I think that might be another one that people might fall off of, and I'm not at all. Clemson, Florida. For me, I think you have Iowa. I have Florida advancing over Clemson, and I'm assuming you do. If that actually is the matchup, I think Florida is just gonna blitz. And like Sturts would have to go for 40 if they want to beat Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. I have Florida advancing.
For me, I have Vanderbilt and Troy. There's always one double-digit seed that gets there. Give me the Troy Trojans. Scott Cross and company, the year after the year. They get to the Sweet 16 over Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a team I also want to fade. I love fading the team that overachieved in the conference tournament, but I do think they get past McNeese, but they get dropped here by Troy. You have Vanderbilt and Nebraska.
So I have Vanderbilt beating Nebraska.
I would too.
Yeah, simply put, like, less whites on the court for Vanderbilt than Nebraska.
Yeah, I think Nebraska sucks. I know their record's really good, man, but I'm just not buying it anymore. Down the stretch, it just did not look. They had some magic early in the year. I think it's gone. So I'm out on them. For me, I have North Carolina and Illinois. Again, this was the spot that I wanted to fade Illinois, and I thought I could get value on it, but I just can't do North Carolina. I'm going to take Illinois to advance at least to the second weekend. You have VCU and Illinois.
Yeah, I got Illinois advancing in this spot. Like, fun for VCU to get the win, but against Illinois, like, I got to go with the Illini.
St. Mary's, Houston for me. Houston's going to win this game by 50, and they play at a snail's pace. Houston advances on to the second round. You have Houston and A&M.
I have Houston winning. Shocker.
Yeah, if you're Illinois, and hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me, but when you saw Houston at that 2 spot, you had to just lose your mind. Like, that is the absolute worst matchup for you. Like, they're just going to beat the fuck out of you.
yeah, in like the South region, Florida, Illinois, Houston, like all the futures that natty futures that I have in those regions, I got 1, 2, and 3, and it's like,
Tale as old as time.
damn, I kind of want the Illinois one to have a shot because like I that one I called my shot on my own in the like after the season ended once Stojakovic made the commitment to go to Illinois, which he wasn't even their best player this season.
No, he comes off the bench. He's got another
I know.
5 fucking Euros that he plays. Um, for me, in the next round here, I have Arizona and Utah State. Nice job, Jared Calhoun. You're the next coach at Cincinnati, and you can start recruiting early because Arizona is advancing on here. You have
Yeah, I
Arizona
got.
Villanova.
Don't matter who it is. Give me Arizona.
I think we both have this one. Wisconsin and Arkansas. Fuck, they put these two together because I love both of these teams.
Yes, absolutely. I hated seeing this, but also kind of hated the fact that it's like, fuck, no matter who it is, they're gonna end up going up against Arizona.
Also true. That's what I also fucking hate. For me, I'm gonna take the team with the chip on their shoulder that was so close to beating Michigan. I trust Nick Boyd more in the tournament over a freshman in Darius Acuff, who's way more talented. But Nick Boyd's played in a Final Four at FAU. I trust guard more than Calipari. As weirdly as it says, Calipari's just been bad in March for so long, and I'm going to fade the team that won the SEC tournament. So give me Wisconsin.
You say that, but last year Calipari did beat Patino as
He did.
the 10.
He did. He ain't doing it twice.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised that we had the same team here, but I got Wisconsin. Well, I guess it's not really that surprising because we've both kind of been on Wisconsin.
Yeah. The scary thing here is, though, is like I do think there's potential to lose a Sweet 16 team in Wisconsin in the first round. Like, Arkansas is not losing to Hawaii. There's no way.
No.
I mean, if they do, it's still March. Shit can happen, but I just don't see it. So I'm a little scared there of High Point, but I'm going to trust Wisconsin to get it done and get to the Sweet 16. Okay, I think we both have BYU Gonzaga. I'm taking the best player on the court. I'm going to take BYU to advance here. I still have Rob Wright. I still have Ade Bonsa. I'm not sold on Gonzaga, man. It sucks because Few's running out of time. But, like, this is one of his best teams he's had in the last, basically the years after Chet and Timmy were gone. But he lost your best player. Ike's good, but he's not enough. I have BYU advancing.
I got Gonzaga advancing. Like BYU is just too all over the place, and yeah, I'm just gonna trust Mark. Mark had a few.
He's had a bunch. I'm glad he made the banner this year. It's well deserved. my 3-week-old son didn't, but my Mark getting a DUI did, so that's good. Wait till you see it though, because it's awesome. Because the way it cropped it out, you can see his dog out the window, like looking back at the cops. So what do you mean, man? My dogs were everywhere. Whatever. You know who I am? Purdue and Miami. Ooh, we both got this one.
I'm
gonna go with Purdue, but I'm tempted to take Jai Lucas, but this is still year one, so I'm going to hold back. Larinaga was here, maybe.
I'm not.
I'm
not. I'm going with Miami.
To upset the Big Ten champion Purdue. I don't hate it.
I'm like, one team, like, I've underestimated for a while, and then one team I just have never bought in on. And like Miami, they came out of nowhere. I didn't want to believe it for the longest time. And for Purdue, it was like, I gotta fucking see it, man. Like it seems like we do the same fucking song and dance with Purdue. Now I understand we had like the 3 years of Edie, but even with one of the most dominant players that we have ever seen in college basketball, he couldn't win a title. Like has had a lot of early exits with or even with Edie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Um, let's go to the Midwest. I have Michigan, St. Louis. You have Michigan and Georgia. And I would take the Wolverines to advance. I'm sorry, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I have fun in this matchup. I do like that he can stretch him out and help to make Mara will have to come out, but no, it's not happening. Give me Michigan. Moving on.
Yeah, I got Michigan over Georgia.
Yeah, I like the matchup for. I like Georgia to at least be a little more competitive if they if they beat St. Louis, but either way, Michigan's to the Sweet 16. So I have Texas Tech and Hofstra, and I'm going with Grant McCasland in the Red Raiders, Christian Anderson and company. Get it done. Moving on, Sweet 16. You have Texas Tech and Alabama.
And you're going to be disgusted with me. I have Alabama advancing. I love Texas Tech, but like I kept saying with the Obi Toppin or not JT Toppin
No relation.
injury. Yeah, that is even the more wild thing. Like both very dominant at basketball and just no relation whatsoever. But I just think this is where if Alabama is hitting their shots, even with like as good of a shooter as Anderson is, like I don't know if him alone is going to be enough to keep up with Alabama. Now, if
Both of these teams
Alabama's
play
shot,
very similar.
mm-hmm,
Granted,
and
Texas
it's
Tech can defend, but they just don't have as many offensive weapons.
mm-hmm, yeah, I have it, and it honestly, like I hate that this is what the matchup's going to be because it's just like, well, here's like an easy advance for Nate Oates, but I also think that there is a good chance that Texas Tech, even without Toppin, can win this game. But I have Alabama advancing.
Well, good thing they won't be there because Hofstra will be. Do you have Tennessee, Virginia
I sure
too?
hope so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can
Yes,
see it on the screen. Um, Rick Barnes in March? Don't care. I have the Vols advancing over the Virginia. I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee a lot. I don't know what
I
happened.
like Tennessee.
What's just okay? Everybody is gonna be like, everybody's shitting on Tennessee right now, and I don't know why. Like, just they're having trouble with Vanderbilt. Besides that, and they blew that lead to Tennessee or to Alabama. Before that, they were playing really good ball. Nate Ment's finally healthy. They just have a Vanderbilt problem. I like this. I actually
Yes,
really like this Tennessee team. So you have Tennessee as well.
yes, I have Tennessee beating Virginia. I was I thought there was a chance that you would turn on Barnes in March again.
I like Virginia though. That's the shitty part. Is I actually really do like Virginia, but and it's still I don't know if you do it, but sometimes it's hard for me. Like they were down 8 to Duke yesterday, and the first thing that popped in my head was like, well, this is over because it's Virginia, and I'm like, no, you gotta.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Tony Bennett, Virginia. It's like it's completely different, but still, I don't know. I like
Yes.
Rick Barnes here. I have Santa Clara and Iowa State. You have Kentucky and Iowa State. Otzelberger's a little worrisome in March, but I like the Clones this year. I think this is by far his best team. Kind of out of nowhere. Not exactly what I expected with Gilbert being gone, but I
Mm-hmm.
have Iowa State advancing here over Santa Clara.
I have Iowa State advancing as well.
All right, so now we go to the top portion here, back to the Sweet 16, Duke and St. John's, and this is the spot that I'm doing it. I have the Johnnies going to the Elite Eight. I think Duke is wounded, and not having a true point guard is really going to come into effect here. Give me Patino to outcoach Shire here. And if you think about it, if these two teams do meet, is St. John's the most perfect team in the country to have to go up against Cam Boozer? They have three guys they can
Oh
throw
yeah,
at him. Between Dylan Mitchell,
yeah.
Zuby, and Bryce Hopkins, they can throw body after him. I think they contain him, shut down the guards. St. John's, this is the year after the year as well. I think the Johnnies advance on here.
So I have Duke advancing, but like I'm gonna have St. John's bets. Like I think, like you said, as soon as I saw the potential for like St. John's Duke, I was like, Zuby alone will be putting Boozer in a torture chamber.
I'm curious to see what Patino does here. Now, obviously, going to trust him over anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Dylan Mitchell just because Cam can stretch the floor, but I mean, they're going to have to switch back and forth as well. So, I mean, if Zuby's on him or Dylan Mitchell's on him, I like the matchup. So, I have St. John's advancing, but I do understand it's still Duke. I just those three games left a bad taste in my mouth here.
They just keep fucking winning, dude. It's like I keep expecting an upset at some point, and it still hasn't fucking happened. But now this is the time for it to happen, and this is the potential matchup for it to happen.
Exactly. Both at Michigan State and UConn here. I know I wasn't freaking out about hurling. This is going to be the classic. If it actually gets to this spot, everybody's going to be praying for it, and it doesn't happen. I have Sparty advancing to the Elite Eight.
I do as well. Yeah, I think the experience on Michigan State just outweighs what UConn has. Like to think about how long, or like I like Fears more than I like, even with all the extra shit that comes with him. I still kind of like him better than the UConn guards.
Silas
And
Demery.
then I maybe, but then to think about like UConn's biggest liability just seems like it's in in the front court or with the bigs.
Yeah, the front court.
And like Michigan, yeah, Michigan State can throw multiple guys, and guys like Kohler can stretch out. It's just like I think that Michigan State is kind of a nightmare matchup for UConn.
I agree. And
Maybe not a nightmare, or maybe not a nightmare, but it's not a very good matchup for UConn.
yeah, so I'm actually surprised there, but I'll take it. I have Florida, Troy. Good run, Scott Cross. I have Florida advancing to the Elite Eight. You have Florida and Vanderbilt. Just saw this.
Yeah, I think in this situation, Florida gets their revenge, makes everything right, and beats Vanderbilt.
Both have Houston, Illinois, classic Europeans versus physicality. Physicality wins every time. Houston advances
Yep.
to the Elite Eight.
Yes, I have Houston advancing.
Up top here, we're almost the same. Because the only difference, oh no, actually we're not. We're actually way off. I have Arizona, Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin can fuck with Arizona a lot, but I'm not gonna have it. I have Arizona and Tommy Lloyd. Still, just part of me is just like, when are you gonna give up on Arizona? We've done this for how many years? But I do think it's the most talented Arizona team, and they don't have Caleb Love, so I'm going to go with Tommy Lloyd, but he scares the fuck out of me here.
Yeah, I have Arizona advancing, but like this is a game where I hope for a double-digit spread or at least like they've been putting Wisconsin at like +8, +7 in some of these games. And it's like, give me that line so that I could bet Wisconsin, but I think Arizona still advances.
So for me, I have BYU and Purdue, and I'm gonna have it all Big 12 matchup here. I'm gonna have the Cougars going one more round. The Bonsa goes farther than Cam Boozer.
Wow. I did not think your biases would shine through this bad.
Well, West Virginia's gonna win the crown when they announce that we're in it, and
Get
then
the fuck out of here.
BYU's get. West Virginia is the most crowned champion I've ever seen in my life. Like they're going to win the fucking crown. I know they're going to. This is what they'll do. But no, if this is actual matchup here, I think the athleticism, which is odd to say, BYU out athletes Purdue. I didn't know they could do that, but they are not the typical Mormon team here, which is fucking weird. Did you see them playing Houston and they had like guys doing the Ramadan thing? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, what? I didn't even know they could go there. Like I don't know. It was different, but no, I'm still gonna have the best player on the court, the most talented players on the court. Give me BYU. Eventually, I have to give up on Purdue as well. You gave up on them one round earlier. I'm giving up on them now. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
BYU's draw is fucking incredible. So
It could be.
I have them in the Elite Eight. You have Gonzaga and Miami.
And as much as I want to keep Miami going, I gotta go with Gonzaga here. Just again, like Mark Few's been in so many damn tournaments. I almost wanted to say he's been in as many tournaments as Jai Lucas has wins, but I don't know if that's true. Because how many wins did
That's
Miami have
actually
this year?
probably pretty fucking accurate. I'm going to do that real quick.
Really?
That's got to be close. So Miami won
What did my
25 games. I bet you he's close. Mark Few has made the tournament. Holy shit. To a T. Mark Few has now made 25 tournaments. Miami has 25 wins, but the one year he didn't make it was 2020, and it was canceled. So he has one more tournament appearance than Jai Lucas does win this year. That's crazy. You nailed that.
I'm honestly surprised because I was like, fuck, how long has Mark been there? But yeah, at experience over everything in this situation, give me Gonzaga.
So I have Michigan and Tech. You have Michigan, Alabama. As much as I love the Red Raiders, it comes to a halt here. I have the Wolverines advancing. You can't shoot lights out every week. Give me the Wolverines and Dusty May.
Yeah, and I don't even care. Alabama could be having their hottest shooting night this game, and I'd still have Michigan advancing.
Both have Tennessee and Iowa State. I think Otterberger gets it done here. Gets to the Elite Eight.
Same here.
Advances over
Same here.
Tennessee. So now we're down to the Elite Eight. Again, I have not. Are you doing like your first bracket you did? Is this the exact same?
Yeah, I always do. Like, this is the first bracket that I have in like ESPN's thing. And I'm like, I have it pulled up on my phone and I'm just basically reading right off of it. I'll end up still having like four more that I end up doing.
Can't wait to fade my bracket when we do the picks on Wednesday.
Oh, God, yes.
I do it every fucking year. I have St. John's, Michigan State. You have Duke, Michigan State. I have Rick Pitino advancing to the Final Four over Tom Izzo. Terrified that I'm betting on the team that just won their conference tournament, and everybody. I don't know if St. John's is really going to be super bet on, though. I have in the Final Four. Fuck it. I don't care.
Even though I'm still down on Duke, I have them beating Michigan State. There's,
I will say,
I just,
if this does happen and they do get to the Final Four, probably after like this territory, if they can get to this spot, you have them in the Final Four. Now it kind of changes some things because Caleb Foster
mhm,
could potentially be back as well. So you're predicting them
mhm.
making the Final Four. Now you have a healthy Caleb Foster, who isn't like an amazing, crazy player, but there is something to having a true point guard. So, okay,
Yes.
you have them advancing on here. Down below, we both have Florida and Houston, a rematch of last year's national title game. Holy shit. Revenge is on the mind for Kelvin Sampson, but I'm going to go with Florida to advance to the finals as much as it pains me. Kelvin Sampson deserves to win a national title. They were so close last year. I'll tell you right now, I would probably have Houston. If they meet here, I'm probably going to bet Houston. And I am also terrified for it's a weird matchup because the strength for Houston is the guards. The strength, their weakness is the front court. Like they only really have JoJo Tugler, who had a really good game against Arizona, but all in all, it's not an elite crazy player. And then Florida's got bad guards that could get blitzed by Houston, but the front court's insane. And guards win in March. There's something about Houston with this team. I love them. I love Kelvin Sampson. I love the way he coaches. It's a brand of basketball that I love so fucking much that I grew up watching with Bob Huggins. It's obviously a little different schematically. I cannot get over the stretches this season with no points and just no shooting. I can't do it. I have Florida.
So I am shocked that you don't have Houston advancing because I have Houston advancing.
Woo! What is going on with the show?
So I think this is just like this was kind of like the bracket of revenge. I think Florida gets their revenge over Vanderbilt, but then I think Houston gets their revenge over Florida for last season. I worry about Florida's guards, and especially in a matchup like this where you have Uzan and Fleming. Like, dude, like I know Lee has gotten better, but it's still like I don't know. I think Houston gets the edge. It does worry me, like with how good Florida's front court is, because like Houston, like you said, Houston, it's kind of a liability. And like, while Tugler did do good in that Arizona game, remember he was granted they ended up winning the game, but he was the one that had that uh what was it, technical foul against who did they play in the Final Four?
Duke.
Against Duke that almost cost them the game, but then they still ended up winning. So,
They pulled it out of
like,
their
yeah,
ass.
hmm I have Houston advancing. I'm just gonna trust Calvin Sampson to get revenge here, and like that last Houston game for Florida does have me concerned about a few things for them.
Yeah, I mean, if that is the matchup, you know who I'm rooting for and you know who I'm going to be betting on. But
Yeah.
for the bracket, I'm going to go with Florida. For me, I have Arizona and BYU. Great run. Go off to the NBA. You're going to make a lot of money in the NBA, DeBonta. But I have Arizona and Tommy Lloyd getting to his first Final Four. You have Gonzaga in Arizona. Whoo! Tommy Lloyd versus Mark Few. If you don't know, Tommy Lloyd was a Mark Few assistant for many, many years. So he knows what the bastard thinks, apparently. Arizona Gonzaga, who you got?
I got Tommy Lloyd coming out on top. This Arizona team's just too good.
We have the same one here with Michigan and Iowa State. I'm surprised. I actually, like, Michigan had a really, really good draw. Like, that is a very good one. But just have fucking fun with Elliot Cadeau. Like, if that's your star guard in the tournament, like, have fun with that. Give me Tammy and Lipsy every fucking day.
Yeah.
Iowa State upsets them. Michigan's, I'm telling you right now, like people have crowned them. I have at least 5 other teams I think are capable of winning a national title before them. Like your guards fucking suck. Like have fun with Elliot Cadeau. To everybody that's out here loving this kid, like their guards are bad. Guards win in March. Iowa State, Ottsburger get to the Final Four.
I have Michigan.
Did you do all
I
fucking no? You got a 2 in there. Good for Connor.
it's I just think they're too fucking good. Like,
I don't.
and
I think
I
there's 5, 6
I
teams better than them. They don't have their
I
guards are
no,
so bad.
I understand that, but it's just like the other like the front court. I can't get over how good they are. And I don't know, dude. I just think that losing the Big Ten championship, it's gonna like relight that fire for Michigan, and I think they're gonna come out guns blazing in the tournament.
I mean, if you are a Michigan fan, that is probably the best thing that could have possibly happened to you. Was losing that
Yes.
game, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So Final Fours are such. I have St. John's, Florida, Arizona, and Iowa State. You have Duke, Houston, Arizona, and Michigan. In the first matchup, Florida and St. John's, I have Florida advancing to the national title game. Sorry, Patino, is where it comes to a halt. I'm having Florida play for the title.
I have the Houston Cougars playing for the title.
Going for the rematch.
I have them. I have them beating Duke, even if Caleb Foster's playing. Like I worry about how Duke is going to be able again handle Uzan and Fleming, even if Foster's back. Like, yeah, Boozer's going to get his, but I think Fleming and Uzan are going to get a lot more than Duke can handle.
Yeah, I kind of like them matched up against Duke, to be honest with you. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And Sampson is just such a good basketball mind, especially defensively.
And plus, like, he's already gone up against the John Shire team and probably a better John Shire team.
100% a better
with
team.
Cooper fucking Flag.
It would be like the most just poetic, like not a poetic, but like a movie-esque thing. It's like, this is the Duke team that wins the whole thing. Like, really? Like,
Gross.
After last year's team, you know what I mean?
Yes.
For me, I have Arizona and Iowa State. You have Arizona and Michigan. We just saw these two teams play, and probably, I don't know if you watched it, calling it the game of the year. It was the most like on the edge of my seat game I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I live bet Arizona early in that game when Iowa State blitzed them. I was like, dude, I love Iowa State. I love Otzelberger. If you're gonna give me Arizona at plus money, I'm gonna bet it.
Monchilovich did everything he could to fuck your bet, but big shot there by Bradley at the end. I am a little concerned about his injury status. Everybody says he's okay. I have Arizona.
Yeah, they got banged up in that championship game.
Yeah, everybody, it says they're fine, but again, you never really know. I have Arizona going to the title.
So I have Arizona versus Michigan. I have Michigan advancing.
So we got a classic. That's a fun matchup, Houston, Michigan. Clash of styles there. And I have Florida and Arizona. This is one of the reasons. I think this was better content anyway, doing 2 separate. But big reason I really didn't want it this year is because I do think there are 20 teams that can make a Final Four. There's probably 8 that can win a title, and I don't want to knock each other's team out way early from some stupid tiebreaker. This was way better doing it this way. So I have Florida, Arizona. You have Houston and Michigan, and I have the Arizona fucking Wildcats and Tommy Lloyd winning the national title. They've been the best team all season long, start to finish. I think they do cut the nets down. I don't know how they're not the favorite. They might be now, but to me, Arizona has been the best team all season long. It terrifies the hell out of me. I'm trusting Tommy Lloyd in this spot, but I'm doing it. I have Arizona.
I have the Houston Cougars winning it
Wow.
all.
What is going
I
on
like
here?
I don't know, maybe I'm sipping the Cody Mitchell juice or some shit like that. It's amazing that I feel like every year that we have done this and we've done like our own bracket or like at the end of it, who's the national champion? Your answer is always Houston, but this year it's me.
It's been this would be the fourth year. First 2 years it was Houston. We had them in the title game last year, and you're basically like, Cody, we cannot do three in a row. And I was like, fine, we'll do Florida, which pretty sure we nailed like everything. You had the Elite Eight, Final Four,
Yeah,
champion, perfect.
hold on. We, me.
Well, no, we had the Final Four right, but you did as a collective, but you personally had the Elite Eight, Final Four, championship game, and champion right, which is fucking nuts.
I know if I would have bet it, like
I mean, you bet the Elite
I
Eight
don't
one.
know if no, I bet the Elite Eight one, but like if you added in like Florida national champion at whatever their plus money was, still probably plus 500 on top of that, like Houston in the title to make the title, and then like the other two teams to make the final, Auburn and who the fuck? Oh, Auburn and Duke to only make it to the Final Four. Like the odds would have been astronomical to the point where even a $5 bet probably could have retired me.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's
Damn it.
fucking hindsight's 2020, buddy. It's all right, but I would say that was a lot of fun. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it, man. Connor's got the Houston Cougars, Kelvin Sampson. I would love nothing more in the world. I hope your bracket's right and mine is wrong. Um,
I hope for the St. John's part, yours is right.
that could literally get fucked up in the second round, but it is what it is. I'm sticking with it, and I'm going to bat with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back again. Like I said, Wednesday night we will do. Or do you want to do some the line? I don't want to give picks out for the first four because I just haven't looked at it enough. So yeah, Wednesday night we'll be back with the picks and preview for Thursday and Friday, along with
Mm-hmm.
basically every single future we're going to be betting for the tournament as well. So until then,
Yep.
we'll see you guys. That was a lot of fun. Connor, I will see you later. Take it easy, buddy. We're out of here.
Peace.